Hey Railbirds, welcome to the 2025 Super Billiards Expo, the Open Professional Players Championship. We have a quarterfinal match, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz versus Eklent Kaci. I am your host, Kevin Ross. I am being joined by the one, the only, Karl Boyce. How you doing, Karl?
I'm good, Kevin. How are you on this, I'm going to say sunny day. It's sunny in England. I'm not sure about where you are.
Yeah, it's sunny here too. So, yeah, sunny day.
That works. What a match we've got coming up here, by the way, Kevin. This is a real treat for the pool fans around the world.
Yeah, this is a bit of a rematch from last weekend at Yale Billiards, the McDermott Open. Eklent Kaci and FSR were in the finals together. Eklent came out on top in that matchup. FSR are looking for some revenge.
Yeah, it was a bit of a convincing win in the final as well for Eklent Kaci. 13-7. You got FSR.
We are currently in the single elimination stage of this tournament, the final 8 players. Frederick Gorst, Jason Shaw playing on a different table. That's on the feature table, which you can find at the Digital Pool pay-per-view site. We also have David Alcady versus Lucas Fracasso-Werner playing each other. And Neil Svyan versus John Mora is another match currently going on. So, action-packed. This is a race to 10, alternate break, rack your own, or racking with a 9 on the spot, breaking from the break box. And 3 foul rule is in effect.
Eklent Kaci gets this match underway with a powerful break, and he's going to get a look at the blue 2. That's the lowest ball on the table.
Yeah, he's got to look. This 4 ball is going to be interfering with his cueing ability. This is going to be a bit more difficult than it normally would to get to this 3 ball.
Yeah, he's also got to dig into the cue ball. He's got to play it low. He's got to get this cue ball spinning round 2 rails to shoot the red 3 in the top right corner pocket. And there's an outside chance he could hook himself behind that orange 5 ball. So it's a tough opener, this.
Yeah, normally you want to start first shot of the first match of the day. You'd want something a little bit easier than this to start with. Handles it. Is he going to get a shot? Well, the good news is he didn't hook himself behind that 5, as you alluded to earlier as a possibility. So it's got that going for him.
Yeah, and I think with it being like the very first shot, you've just got to make sure you knock the ball in. That's what he did. He stays at the table and he can play a good safety now. I think he's just going to try and roll the... he can play thin off it, really thin. He could also maybe try and roll the red 3 up towards the brown ball. Bounce the cue ball back off the rail and use the pink 4 and the green 6. There's a couple of options here.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you lock him up. Keep FSR off of the shot. Don't let him see it. Keep him kicking.
This has got to go.
Come up a little short. He's let him see it.
Yeah, the beauty of that shot as well is he knows as long as he gets the 3 ball where he did, it doesn't pop. But he'd have loved to have laid the hook. This looks quite tricky for Ruiz, to be fair. I think he just had a look to see if the red 3 sneaks past that brown ball, but looks very tight from where we're looking.
Yeah, even though you can see this 3, it's not the easiest to play safe off of.
No, that was the problem, wasn't it, Kevin? It was just so difficult to find an obvious safety and the double hit. At least he's not left a pot.
Yeah, he's let Eklent see the 3, but as you say, no direct line to a pocket. He's going to have to come with another good safety. All right, if you're at the table, Karl, how are you playing safe here?
Just bank it up and down. Try and get that cue ball behind the pink ball. A couple of balls there to hide. Here comes the cue ball. Nicely done.
That's much better than his last effort.
Yeah, it was very touchy, that shot. You could see he had to play it with a bit of left just to get the cue ball running down towards them 2 balls.
Francisco considering the jump shot.
Yeah, he knows he's guaranteed to hit the 3 if he pulls out the short cue. But just looking at where the balls are, Kevin, what shot would you play with the jump cue?
Well, you know me. I'm always right. I'm always going for the 9. So I'm a.
I knew that was
I'm
coming.
a bad person. I'm a bad person to ask.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. You're chasing the golden, aren't you? I mean, in fairness, it's not the worst option, is it? Really?
Well, that means I think I might have a future. My idea is not the worst option, so I might have a future in this game.
I think he's going to have a little look at that. Maybe try and pot the 3 as well in the corner. He's got to just be a little bit careful. If the cue ball finds the rail in between the 8 and the 9, the long rail, he might hit the 9 and scratch in this bottom left corner. By the way, if I call that shot, it's over. What a call this would be. Oh, it weren't far away, you know. Watch where the cue ball goes here. Off the rail, nearly hits the 9.
Man, had a lot going on there. Almost making, coming near the 9, almost scratching, almost fluking the 3 in the side. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, now, we were talking about the rules yesterday a little bit, wasn't we, Kevin? We was getting a little excited, but one rule I would love to see implemented in these matches is I would love to see a little graphic next to Ruiz's name, and we'd be crossing a line off because he would have used one of his jump shots. I think the jump shot should have a limitation in a match.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. How many jump shots do you get per match? Is it per match or
That's
per
a very
game?
good question. Yeah, per match. I think I'd be harsh and say 3. Because he could have kicked at that ball. Now, let's just say he decided it wasn't for him and he played a jump. He's got 2 left, and I just think once we get near the end of the match, the push out, you could really start to play with that push out a little bit more, couldn't you? Well, I'll leave a jump knowing he's not really got any jump shots left, and I've got one or two.
Oh, nice shot. Yeah, nice stun forward stroke he put on that. I wasn't sure he had a shot on that 3, but he did. Now he's in good shape to run this out.
Yeah, good opening pot. So you like limiting the short queue as well a little bit, right?
Yeah, I think treat it as a resource that you have to manage. I like that idea.
I think the reason why I like it is because, you know, these jump queues that the queue companies are making now, they're so good at making them, and, you know, even your good self, Kevin, could jump over the ball and hit the object ball.
Wow, they got to be really good then. If even I could jump the ball, they got to be good.
Yeah, so I just think, like, you know, all these pool plays in these tournaments now, and I think what I'm seeing a lot of is the younger generation, they're just grabbing the jump cue straight away and walking to the table. They're not even really looking at any sort of kick safeties. Oh, wow. How about this one?
Wow, a very unexpected miss from Francisco.
Yeah, where did that hit on the pocket? Did it hit the long rail, or did he push it to the bottom jaw? Oh, wow, yeah, he pushed it to the bottom jaw.
So you're going to shoot this with high left and come 3 rails around?
It's very tough, isn't it? Just because
Yeah.
the cue ball's on the rail. I think because of the cloth being a bit worn, I think he can just go and play this with a little bit of right. It's awkward though, isn't it? I don't like it.
Eklent doesn't like it either. I mean, he doesn't hate it. He's glad Francisco missed, but yeah, he's not going to pass it back. He'll deal with it. Ooh, barely avoiding that side pocket.
Yeah, good effort. That was a good shot.
You've angered some people in the chat saying, "How dare you limit the jump shot?"
Oh, okay.
How
Lost
dare
a few
you?
fans. I'm just throwing this out there. Kevin did agree with me.
All right, so Eklent is taking full advantage of that miss by Francisco. Sanchez Ruiz draws first blood, 1-0 in this race to 10 quarterfinal match.
Yeah, both players having visits. It was an exciting first rack to start this quarter-final match. Fedor Gorst is off to a flyer. He's 2-0 up over Jason Short.
Here we got the graphic here. We can see the bracket. So yeah, as you say, Fedor Gorst leading Jason Shaw 2-0. Last night defeating Kaci, Eklent's younger brother, in a thrilling match. That was a good match. You guys want to check, because definitely going to want to check that one out. Lucas Fracasso Werner leading David Alcady 1-0. Neil Svay and the Terminator 2-0 over John Mora.
Yeah, this break will be hit a little softer than Eklent's. Made a ball. Wasn't the one ball. But he does have a look at this yellow one ball. It does go past the 9 in this corner.
Can he control the cue ball and hold it for the 2 next?
Yeah, it's pretty thin, isn't it? He might have to use the pink 4 as well. He might be going into that ball. Can he avoid it? Oh, he's done well there. Good shot.
Very well handled. Nice position on the 2. Can come up for the 3. Yeah, I would say that 1 was key to opening up this rack. Sitting good now.
Yeah, that just shows you what Nineball's about as well. Often you have that one big shot, don't you, in a rack, and obviously you still got to make a few others, but the fact that he took care of that 1 ball and got himself nice on the 2, the rack has opened up. Just needs another good shot here. You may have to load this up with loads of left English. I think if he plays it with right and comes back, it looks like cue ball's going to go into the 9, and if he digs into it to miss the 9, he could go near the middle pocket. So you might have to play it with loads of left. That's what he's done. Yeah, good shot again.
Good call, Karl. Still has to dodge a little traffic. He's going to be coming around that 9. Make sure you don't bump the 9.
Yeah, every shot so far, he's trying to avoid canning in another ball, but now he's done the hard work.
Nicely handled break and run by Francisco. Sanchez Ruiz ties it up 1 apiece. He had to kind of pick his way through that rack a little bit, but he handled it. Nicely done. 1-all.
What about Fedor Ghost? He must be in a rush because he's won the first 4 racks. 4-0 to Ghost against Shaw.
Wow. Whipping through those games.
Alternate break. Players are racking their own balls, so Eklent Kaci will be breaking.
Yeah, we are using the template rack for this tournament.
Look at the difference on the power. He really gets the balls moving, but It's still a dry break. One ball went a little bit low, trying to pot it in the side, and it's gonna leave Fran with an opportunity here. He can knock this yellow one ball in, send the cue ball off a couple of rails back out into the centre of the table. The red three's near his hand right now, so that sits in a good spot. Looks like he's gone a little bit further than he wished with the cue ball.
Yeah, he has a little bit of distance, but he does have the correct angle on this too, so he should be okay. Francisco is playing like he's a little unhappy with the result of the last time these two played each other.
Yeah, wants revenge, not repeat.
Yeah, Francisco's really picked up the pace this game, moving through this rack with a nice pace. Of course, I say that, now he slows down.
Yeah, talking of pace, Ghost wins another rack, 5-0.
Well, they're flying through
In
that
no
match.
time. Yeah, don't forget, it's alternate break. It's not like he's run a package.
And it's against Jason Shaw, who is definitely no slouch, so that's pretty impressive. I can only assume Jason must be struggling making a ball on the break.
Yeah, maybe a scratch or two as well, who knows, but Shaw's got a lot of work to do now. Just any angle on the 8 ball is going to be good enough for Fran.
Looks like he's landed dead straight on this 8.
Yeah, and if he has, it means he's going to have to draw it right back off this rail. Got to make sure you come out into the table. Did he get out enough? Okay, he's left himself a little thin one. Should still be a big favourite to pot this, but should have been straight on this ball.
And it's all because of ending up straight on that 8, which just goes to show, always maintain angles. But as you say, I do look for him to make this. Center of the pocket, no problem. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz taking full advantage of that dry break by Eklent. Runs those out, and now it's going to be his break.
Yeah, 4 matches are in action right now. Niels Fine is playing John Morra. Niels Fine, the veteran of the sport. He's 3-1 up over Morra. David Alcade's just won the 3rd rack against Lucas Fracasaverna. 2-1 now to Alcade, there you see. And it's still 5-0 to Fedor Ghost.
All right.
Okay,
Francisco.
2-1 to Ruiz. There's Neil's fire. Here's the replay. It's a dry break, so Eklent will be at the table. And just look where the 5 and the 9 ball have finished.
Yeah, both players seem to have a little trouble putting that one in the side on this table.
Yeah, I think every match we've done, Kevin, I think everybody's struggled. I think there's one player that stands out who, remember when they moved the cue ball a little bit more central, Jeremy Sosa, he started to pot the one ball quite regular. Everyone else has seemed to have struggled.
You know, it's funny you mention that every match we've done together, people have struggled, but every match I've done with Allison, they're making the one in the side every time. Coincidence? Or are you just a bad luck to these players?
It must be definitely me.
So what do you think? You think he's going to end up playing for a 5-9 billiard?
Yeah, I think he's got to. The 4 ball doesn't sit in a terrible spot. He's got to get straightish on the red 3 here, though. Too much angle could cause problems for the big fella.
Speaking of the big fellow, little Kaci, Kaci, his younger brother, did very well in this tournament. Went out in 16th place, lost to Fedor Gorst last night, 10-8 in a very thrilling match. It's only 18 years old, Cledio, and already over 800 Fargo, and given all these world-class, top players, giving them all some grief.
Yeah, I mean, when you think of like the brothers, you think of the Ko brothers, don't you?
Right.
Ko Pin Chung, Ko Pin Yi. They've won so many big tournaments between them. But there's a couple of new brothers on the scene now, the Kaci brothers. Be pretty sweet, Kevin, wouldn't it? If at some point we see an all semi-final lineup. The Kacis against the Kos.
Oh, that would be fun. And we were, of course, hoping for Kaci versus Kaci in the finals, but that's not going to happen. But yeah, if we could have Kacis versus Kos, that would be fun. Speaking of fun, taking a shot at the 9. Ties it up to a piece. I love me some 9-ball action here. And by 9-ball action, I mean shooting at the 9.
Yeah, you like an early win, don't you?
I think I'm part mouse. I like me some cheese.
They're having a good chat about something. I don't know what they're discussing.
Very serious look from Niels Fine. He always looks like that when he's playing. He looks so serious.
Now we've got a bit of referee action as well. I'm just wondering if they're going to get a new magic rack,
Well, I wonder what they were talking about.
Yeah, I think Eklent's looked over at Fran, and obviously they've not really made the 1 ball, have they? So maybe the magic rack's a little past its sell-by date. So maybe they're going to get a new one from the tournament desk.
Yeah, those template racks, they do wear out. The holes get enlarged and the balls don't rack as tight as a new rack. Actually, I can tell.
He's making sure it's straight, isn't he?
I can tell this is a different template rack than what they've been using. It's got those little ears pointing out.
Oh, so they've already got the new rack.
And maybe this is his personal rack, and maybe that's what the referee was coming over, is saying, no, you can't use your personal. You got to use the one that we provided, or something along those lines. I don't know.
And he's also swapped the cue ball over to the other side. Oh, you're right. It is a different rack. Still the same result, though.
Still a dry break.
Maybe it's time for a new rack, Kevin. Where did the one go? Well, he went close. He hit both points on the side pocket, so it's not really a terrible break. Tricky option here, though. Doesn't seem to have a pocket for the yellow one.
Oh, the chat had a good idea. Scotch doubles. Kaci brothers versus Co brothers.
Yeah, I like it. Them Co brothers, that's a strong old team.
Yeah, I don't know what
I think
their
the safety here. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a funny one. This, I think the safety is looking at trying to bank this one ball round and go forward with a cue ball.
Well, just keeping it simple. When you don't know what to do something simple.
He can come off the right rail and hit the one ball easy, but he's looking at coming off the left long rail in between pink and blue ball. And he could go close to potting this yellow one.
Yeah, which way do you like kicking at this, Karl?
I think the way he's just looked at, he's guaranteed to hit the ball. There's a lot of balls on the table, but he knows he's not going to pot the ball going that way. If he comes off the left, tries to hit the bottom rail first to pot it, I kind of like that route, to be fair. But I get why he's going this way. He's just thinking of getting the hit. I don't know if he can get him behind the one as well. It looks quite close to the rail, so he's probably trying to hit it full. Wasn't far away. Is there a little bit of early 9 action here?
Oh, don't tease me.
The shot Eklent played, if he'd have hit the one ball a little fuller in the face, that'd have banked up table, and I think he might have had a result with it. He just caught it a bit thinner than he wanted. He's got to go at the 9 here, hasn't he?
Yeah, nicely done. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz taking full advantage. 3-2.
Talking about advantage, Gorst wins another rack, 6-0. Here's a look at the early win for Ruiz. Fedor Gorst and Jason Shaw, they've had a lot of battles over the last couple of years, and a bit of friendly banter between them as well, but I'll tell you what, Gorst would love to put the donut on Shaw. 6-0 up.
Yeah, I think they're definitely having issues with the racking.
wonder what they're actually discussing though.
Tried to turn the sound up, see if I could hear what they were saying. But I couldn't hear.
It's like Fran's gone back to the other rack, so maybe they're just using a rack each. The thing is with Eklent's break, I mean, he's probably reading a little bit too much into it. The previous break, the one ball hit both points on the middle, so it weren't really a bad break, was it? Just didn't quite go in the pocket.
One thing's for sure, both players are not happy with how this table's racking and breaking.
So for the second time, he's racked the balls up. See, you're just breaking, bad fellas, that's all. I think they just automatically expect the one ball to fly in the middle, you know, when they break, and when it doesn't, it's like, it's not my fault, something's going on, what's happened with the rack, what's happening with this, and it's the ref's fault and all this.
Couldn't possibly be my fault.
Yeah, but there you see, look, one ball straight in the side. And he has a look at the blue too, I believe, as well. Yeah, he does. Okay. It's another one of them shots, Kevin, where he's got to avoid this 9-ball. He's trying to squeeze in that little gap behind it to come back out for the red.
Yeah, he's got to thread the needle here. He's got to, really avoid some traffic. And kind of a soft spin at distance, which also complicates things.
It's also one of these situations where I think the shot clock helps the players, because he's got to play the shot we're talking about, hasn't he? There's no other shot he can play, I don't think.
Yeah, I think the shot clock, a lot of players would benefit from a shot clock. Sometimes they get into this kind of paralysis, analysis paralysis, where if they had a shot clock, they would have shot already, and they'd be halfway through running the rack already.
Yeah, he just seemed to take forever to look at it. It was up and down, he kept coming round, but the reality was he had to avoid the 9, and he didn't. I've been very cheeky, Kevin. Because of the scoreline of the Gorse-Shaw match, I've got it on my phone. I've been having a little nosy. Gorse is 7-0 up. He's at the table to go 8-0 up.
Oh, you're cheating on me.
I know, I'm multitasking. Nice shot.
Yeah, I think he does have a little bit of angle. He can go to the rail and back out. I think. Although it just looked like he was considering drawing straight back under the 5. No, he was just fooling me. He's teasing.
Can he pull this back off one rail above right centre and come down, or does he have to power this in off two rails? I think he can get it off the one, you know. Yeah, look at the spin. That's nice, and he's got an angle.
Yeah, he dug deep in that one, got the most out of that.
Yeah, these players at the minute are currently on $4,700. That's what they're on at the minute. First place is 15,000.
Have a look at some other scores here. Feder Gorst, 8-0 over Jason Shaw.
Yeah, and I'm watching the table, and Jason Shaw has just broke off, and he broke dry. The one ball hit the middle jaw a couple of times. Gorst has no shot on the one ball anyway, so Jason will get back to the table, but very close to seeing a donut. And I'll tell you what, if Gorst does give Shaw the donut, he'll have some bragging rights for the rest of the season.
That would be quite an achievement. David Alcady leads Lucas Vercasso-Werner 3-2. Niels Fayen leads John Mora 4-1.
And that's not going to help the break, Eklent. Smashing your break key.
Looks
It's
like Eklent has gone back to the standard issue template rack.
Yeah, he's checking that the rack is straight. He's gone back to the other side. The previous break wasn't really a bad break. He got close to potting the one ball.
All right. Keep your eye on the one. There it is. And he does have a shot. This is not a bad looking break. He's got a shot on the tooth. If he can put this two ball down, I think he's got a. This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's just got to concentrate on the pot here. Stun the cue ball off this side cushion. Probably after the middle. And you're guaranteed on the 3, aren't you? So just one good long pot here.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the position of the 3. Don't have to do anything special with the cue ball. Lets you concentrate fully on putting this 2 ball in the hole. Uh-oh.
Slow down, yeah. Where you going, Eklent, with the cue ball?
Okay, maybe you need to concentrate on the cue ball a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he was overamped there. You'd have never have thought he could have ended up there with a cue ball. Big favourite to pop the ball, obviously, with a jump cue. It's just controlling the white ball.
Yeah, this is the 4 ball right next to the 9 here. Okay, here we go. Going airborne. He's down in front. We're trying to watch.
Is he okay? Not too bad.
He's got a shot. He's got a shot.
Yeah, just make sure you pot the ball again here. I mean, 5 ball is over that corner pocket, so you can kind of just roll the cue ball through. Yeah, he's got quite a lot of cue from his hand to the ball, so he can cue out of that pocket as well, so that's not too bad.
All right. Crisis averted. Should be smooth sailing from here. I believe the 6 passes the 8.
Needs an angle.
Yeah. Just about any angle on this 7 will do. Worst thing you could possibly do is end up straight in on the rail down here. Just got to make sure you leave yourself some angle. And this is perfect.
Similar thought process on this next shot as well. Make sure you've got angle on the 8 ball.
That's perfect.
Has he got a piece? Yeah, has he got a piece of an angle here?
He's got angle. That's perfect. It was a nice touch. All right, Eklent Kaci answering back with a nice run out, brings it back to within 1 game. This is a great match. We knew this was going to be a close match, and we got the referee coming out. He's going to draw a line on the table to make sure they're racking straight.
Yeah, that clap in the background is because Jason Shaw is off and running. He's won his first rack. He's 8-1 down to Fedor Ghost.
We can look at some scores while they do some architectural drawing on the table. Yeah, Federer 8-1 over Jason. Jason winning his first game, so no goose egg, no donut for Jason this round. FSR 4-3 over Eklent. David Alcady 3-2 over Lucas Fracasso Werner. Neil's fine 4-3 over John Mora. John Mora not ready to be terminated just yet. How many pool players does it take to rack the balls?
Okay, the referee has done his work, and we'll get back to work. 4-3 to Ruiz. He's got the break. It's amazing how each match can be so different. I mean, 3 of the quarterfinals are all pretty tight. Fyans 4-3 up over John Morra. Alcades 3-2 up over Werner. Obviously, we've got this one at 4-3. Fedor Ghost is 8-1 over Shaw.
Guess Federer didn't get the memo that we were keeping all the matches close today. He didn't attend that players' meeting.
Let's get back on his hats.
All right, here we go. All balls successfully racked. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz with the break. Trying to answer back to Eklent's break and run. Try to answer back with one of his own. Step 1, though. Make the one on the side.
There we go. Nicely done. The balls have opened up. He's got to look at the blue 2 here, hasn't he? He's obviously got a bit of an angle as well, because he's looking at just drawing the cue ball back above the 8 ball off that rail. That should bounce back down for the red 3, which it has done. Good shot.
Yeah, not the easiest of layouts. Going from the 3 back to the 4, back to the 5 could be a little tricky. It's a little bit tight quarters working. It's not wide open, but it is doable, especially for players of this caliber. Come up a little short of the mark.
Yeah, he'll have been saying to himself, wouldn't he? I've got to try and get straight on the orange 5. Don't come up short or long. He had no room for error, really. It's a tough pot, this.
And is he going to make contact with the 6, or can he avoid touching the 6?
I think he can just avoid, yeah. Actually laid up really well, didn't it? Because he had a shot on the green 6 in the side. No.
Francisco's over there probably saying, like, hey, you guys just settle down. This is exactly what I planned. I meant to have that angle on the 5.
Yeah, maybe he did, actually. He'd be like, what are these talking about? Let's not forget, Eklent Kaci beat Ruiz in the final not that long ago. McDermott Open 13-7, bit of a drumming, so he wants that revenge.
He's looking like a man on a mission. 5-3, 2-game lead. Is that the biggest lead we've seen this set so far? I think it might be.
Yes, yeah, I think it is. Eklent will have the break. He's the player out of the two who's struggled a little bit more with the break.
That being said, we have just seen 2 break and runs in a row. Let's see if these players can keep it up. So, the winner of this match will be playing the winner of the Gorst versus Shaw match. So, that's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, and it's looking likely it is going to be Fedor Ghost. Okay, what's Eklent got here? Now they're starting to find the 1.
Not an easy shot. Not an easy shot on the 2. Not easy to get back for the 3. This is a tough one.
Yeah, and I think the safety sits very kind. I think you can just bank the 2 ball back up towards the red ball, follow the cue ball off a couple of rails and nestle in behind the orange 5. I think that's the shot he's got to play.
Look at that. You say it and he does it.
Yeah, we've got the easy part. It's awkward, this one and all, Kevin, isn't it? Where do you go here? Other than jumping over the 5 off the top rail to hit the blue 2. I don't really see much else.
Can he squeeze in behind the 7?
Possibly, yeah. Looks like there's a bit of a gap there, doesn't it?
It's either a jump kick to that top rail.
You know what I was thinking? We spoke about this in one of the other matches. What about tying this 5 ball up? Is that an option? Or am I jumping the gun? Just like rolling it onto the 9?
Yeah, that's definitely an option. But I think he's got a good chance of making a good hit on this too. But he's going with option B, intentional foul. It's not the worst thing he could have done.
No, it's not the worst thing. The only thing is, does the pink 4 pot in the middle easy? Because if it does, he can just pot it and roll down. But
I think so.
He were in a tricky spot, wasn't he?
Yeah, and the 3 ball gives you perfect angle on the 4 to just come down.
Yeah, and also he was probably trying to get the 5 touching the 9, but that's not an easy thing to do. You know, to stop the ball potting in this corner.
Right.
Yeah, and he could just basically guarantee himself the exact angle that he wanted there, just because of where the red 3 was. Don't want to land on the rail here. You want to try and come off the rail a little bit. And he wants to come down quite far. If he lands on the rail and it doesn't come far enough down, he can only really pop this ball and just go up table. So it's going to be key where the ball finishes.
Yes, that 6 ball has limited options where it can be pocketed. He's ended up pretty straight on this 5 and rolling forward. I mean, he does have a shot in the 6 to the side, but that's super tough. And drawing back out to the middle is kind of tough when the cue ball's this close to the rail. Might get a hop on the cue ball, killing all your spin. Put a nice stroke on that.
Yeah, didn't he just? What a beauty. Forced the angle as well.
Nice recovery. Nicely done.
I know the replay will come soon. Right on cue. Look at that. Force the angle.
Eklent fighting hard, staying within 5-4 in this race to 10.
Yeah, impressive rack for Eklent to keep himself in touching distance.
And all started with that nice safety right after the break.
Yeah, we're just looking at the live score, so that's very timely. Alcaide's 4-3 up over Lucas. Fyan 5-4 over Mora. And Fedor Ghost, who was 8-0 up, Shaw's won the last 3. He's making a fight back.
Sounds like maybe Jason Shaw has figured out the break, and maybe Federer is maybe starting to come up a little dry. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not watching it because I'm not cheating like you are and watching it while on this match.
Wanted to see what were going on, but obviously with alternate break, for it to be 8-0, I was thinking, is he just dry breaking every break or something?
I know it's purely for research, for us.
Exactly. But I'm back to the main table. That's our table, of course. I don't think he can cut this ball in. What do you think?
It does not look to me like he can cut this. Although the way he just lined up his cue, it looked like he was looking at the path the cue ball was going to take coming out of there. Does that what it looked like?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. I thought that. Just very tight, and he's wondering, can I spin it in? That throws the angle off a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's very tight. It looks like he wants to spin it, it looks like.
He must be able to spin this ball, and otherwise he'd have played safe by now, wouldn't he?
I would think so.
Oh my. What a shocker. That is from Sanchez Ruiz.
Hasn't left an attacking shot, but Eklent can play safe. He has some options on how he could play safe.
Yeah, he'll probably try and put the cue ball behind the orange 5. Well, it's a bit stretchy, isn't it? That's the problem. Kind of looks like he can just bank the 2 to the right hand side of the 9 and just float the cue ball in behind the 5.
Kind of like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, that was nice speed control on both balls.
Yeah, and Fran has put himself in this jail cell.
Yeah,
Bit of a hit and hope here, Kevin. One of your favourite shots?
that side pocket is big. He can either shoot it straight in or go off the 4, so he's got chance of making the 2. But it does have to hit the 2 a little
This needs to keep
far.
going. This needs to keep going. No, it's going to lay up for Eklent. Catch it. As I said, Ruiz has done this to himself, and now Eklent has a chance to tie it up.
Yeah, Francisco will be kicking himself for not playing a better safety on this 2 ball to start with.
After this shot, when he's on the orange 5, he wants to just make sure he gets right out into the centre of the table. If he doesn't come far enough, he's then got to start knocking it in that top left and drawing it off this side rail and back.
Yeah, the angle on the 6, yeah, it's a little tricky. And I think that's perfect. Really nice speed control on that cue ball.
Yeah, very well done. Just means you're giving yourself less headaches.
So what do you think, Karl? You think we're going to end up with a hill-hill match? Is this going all the way?
Do you know what, Kevin? I think we deserve one. I think the pool fans deserve one. I think we deserve one. I think the fact that they've just played in a final recently, I think it's all set up ready for it. One match that doesn't look like it's going to go hill-hill is the Gorse Shore match, because I'm cheating again. I've got the phone back on. Ghost is at the table and he's 9-3 up.
Check on some scores. 9-3 Federer over Jason. The winner of that match will be playing the winner of this match. We are tied 5 apiece. David Alcady leads 5-3 over Lucas Fracasso Werner. Niels Fayen 5-4 over John Moore. Yeah, we got a lot of close matches here, except for that Federer and Jason match.
Yeah, and the Fedor and Jason match would probably have been the match that you would have picked if it was going to go close, Hill-Hill. There's definitely going to be a Hill-Hill match here out of one of these 4. Let's just hope it's ours.
It's probably going to be all of them.
Well, they're all very close at the moment. Fedor Ghost has got 4 balls left on the table. Okay, we're tied at 5-5. Eklent's brought it back level. Wow. He did not let up on that one. Yep, that clap that you can hear is confirmation. Defending champion Jason Short is out of the tournament. He loses 10, racks to 3 to Fedor Ghost.
Wow, yeah, we were definitely expecting, or we would have expected a much closer match before the start. All right, so Federer waiting for the winner of this match. Doesn't matter who wins in this match. Federer versus whoever wins this, that's going to be a good match. You are definitely not going to want to miss that. It'll most likely be on the pay-per-view. But you can get a $5 off coupon for the pay-per-view. There's a link in the chat.
Okay, what's the options here? Where does he roll the cue ball to?
So you're thinking about doing like a vertical roll, meaning like jumping over the ball?
Yeah, I don't know what we were doing there.
Are you going for this 2-6 billiard, Karl?
Me personally, never, ever, ever, just because I know I'd miss it, so what's the point in going for it?
Okay, do you think he should go for it?
I don't know. I think the 6... No, I just don't see it. Something's telling me it's nasty. I don't know what shot he's going to play, mine, but I just don't... I don't like that. What does he do here? He doesn't do anything. He puts him back in.
It's probably a smart decision.
Yeah, and obviously Eklent's rolled the cue ball there, so we're going to see what he's got in mind. I just wondered if he could bank the 2 ball towards the 7. Would the cue ball brush into the 9 and maybe bounce the 9 off the rail? and get the hook behind it. I don't know. He doesn't know either, and he rolled the cue ball there.
It's like, darn it, he passed it back. I was hoping he wouldn't do that.
Yeah, now he's thinking, why did I roll it there?
That's the thing with the push out. You're always at a disadvantage because the other player has the option, so they have all the advantage.
It's amazing, isn't it? If you put the cue ball in the centre of the table in the exact same line, he'd just roll the cue ball behind the 9. But because of the distance, it's just so scary.
Right.
I wonder if he's still going to do that. Is he going to take a gamble? He's going to play the first shot I thought of, just try and bank it up near the 7. It was all a bit simple, wasn't it?
And he's just trying to survive the inning.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just what you've got to do.
Yeah, that kind of brings a question to my mind. You know, in pool we talk about innings, but innings is really like a baseball term. And guys don't play much baseball in England, do you? Does cricket have innings?
Yeah, cricket does say innings. I don't know if we use it the same way. When you say innings in baseball, what does it mean?
Means each team has one turn up. So in pool, when we say inning, it would be like one complete pair of players to the table. Like Eklent at the table once and Francisco at the table once is one inning.
Ah, okay. I'm with you. I'm trying to think what it means in cricket. I'm not a massive cricket fan. I think it means the same. I think it means both teams score, I think. Maybe someone in the chat knows. Maybe I'm getting drilled because I don't know the cricket rules. Kicking off this right-hand side rail, is it? Now he's looking at the swerve shot.
Yeah, he's really aiming to just a piece of this 2 ball. So easy to clip this 3.
Just trying to get distance as well and just hope to leave something a little tricky.
Oh, cue ball?
Well,
wow, look at this.
It doesn't get much trickier than this one, Kevin. How about that? Wow.
Wow, indeed.
You know what, though? He was... Listen, he wasn't playing that exact shot, of course he wasn't. But he was trying to hit the 2 there, just separate balls and just get distance and just hope he gets away with it. And boy, did he.
Yeah, that was a great outcome. Nearly pocketed the 2 in that corner. And had he pocketed the 2, it wouldn't have been the end of the world because he could still see the 3. Oh, is he kicking? Oh, another tie, tying it up. Okay.
I do love that shot, you know. I just think, like, so many times where you're kicking at the ball and, you know, sometimes, obviously, certain kick shots, you've got to play the kick because you're a big favourite to pot the ball, but so many times you're just kicking it and kind of hoping The pool gods help you out, so at least here he's just trying to bide some time again. Innings is what you call it.
That's like 3 things I taught you today.
I know, you're doing well. You've looked after me this week, Kevin. I appreciate it.
It's the least I could do.
Teaching me about computers and all these crazy gadgets. Do you think he's... Go ahead, sorry.
I'll say if I want to get you on the commentary, I have no choice but to teach you about all the computer stuff.
That's fair. Do you think he's looking at trying to break these balls out?
I don't know. I think that 6-7 combination might be wired to that upper left corner.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even look at that. How silly of me. It kind of does look wired. Yeah, it really does actually. The more you look at it from the view.
And if they're frozen or nearly frozen, you can throw it a little if it isn't wired straight in.
Yeah, you're right. And even if there's a bit of a gap, you can still throw it some. So he's playing high ball here. He's not going into him, is he? Do you know what? That's up there with one of the craziest things I've ever seen from a top player. When he left the cue ball there, purposely by the way, I did think, is he going to send the cue ball into these 2 balls? The reason why I thought that is because, fair enough, you spotted the combo, so it looked to be close. But I actually thought where the pink 4 was, he could get a nice angle on the orange 5, put that in the left middle and just roll into the 2 balls. Amazing.
I think he's going rail first and has called for a referee to come watch the hit. Sorry, we got... Oh, you didn't go rail first. You just shot straight at it. That wasn't even a rail first shot.
I think he did go rail first. Did he not? I'm losing my mind. Luckily, we got the replay button.
Let's see.
Yeah, red first, wasn't it?
Yeah, he shot the ball first, not rail first. Wow.
Oh my, what is going on here at the minute? What is going on? It's all happening in this match, it really is.
Right, do you try to slice this in the side and go up and down, or are you playing safe here? Okay, obviously he's playing safe, okay.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, his safeties are way off in this match. He is not hitting the safeties good at all. Usually so reliable as well in that department.
So what you're saying is he should just go for the shot no matter what, because his safety is going to be so bad? Is that what you're saying?
Not really.
See how I'm blaming you.
Yeah, I mean, it was very thin. I know what you mean, but it just... I don't know, I'm just trying to think, like, you know when you're struggling? How do you... I suppose you've got to keep shooting the shots, haven't you? I think the tables have caught a few of the players out. Definitely from the matches I've seen. They're very bouncy and the cloth's worn in.
Yeah, notice how I put those words in your mouth. It wasn't me that said that.
I know, I'm already getting drilled in the comment section.
Well, you know, better you than me. All right. Can he see any of this ball? I thought he could see an edge, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, there's me ripping Ruiz about his poor safety, and I think he's got him locked up. He must not be able to see an edge, otherwise he'd have got down and flicked off it and just sent distance, wouldn't he?
That's what I would have thought. I mean, on screen it looks like he can see it, but you know, I've been fooled before.
Now he's looking at the jump shot, isn't he? No, he's deciding jump shot is the option. The possible scratch in the lower left, it can happen, so he's got to be a bit careful about that.
By the way, in case there's any question, that was Karl Boyce that was ripping on FSR's safety game.
Yeah, slate me some more in the comments. Why not? I had to laugh. I seen a comment on one of my YouTube videos this morning, Kevin. I can't remember which video it was on, but it might have been the most recent one. That was a good shot.
Oh,
before
that's
I
very
start
nice.
telling you this story. Yeah, well controlled. Yeah, so someone wrote in one of the comments, looks like Cowboys ate Cowboys. I mean, some of the stuff people write in comment sections is wild. Well, Eklent will be happy with this. He's going to go for this one, though, in the top left. Anybody hurt? Yeah, Eklent Kaci.
Wow.
He's going to be real hurt. Oh, my.
He is corner hooked. Look at this cue ball. Just rests right on that rail. Now what?
Sick ball.
So what are we doing now? Can he Z-bank at this? Or, Z-kick, I mean?
Yep. Here we go. This could go viral very soon. From Rare Z shot. Maybe not.
Oh, I don't know what else he had. That was such a tough spot to be in. All right, ball in hand. Francisco, Sanchez, Ruiz. Looks like he's just gonna. Looks like he's thinking about just coming between the 6-8. Is that what he's looking at here? I think that might be what he's looking at.
Yeah, I don't really know what he's looking at. I think this is just a case of Just struggling a little bit with his cueing. I mean, look at this. Oh my. He had ball in hand there, right?
Yes, he did.
And he put the cue ball there, bouncing off that rail, coming into an area on a springy table. That is not wise. Keeps looking at the side, doesn't he?
The 6 does go in the side from that angle, but you gotta roll it real soft, and that's probably doesn't leave you much on the 7.
If he plays it up into the top left, I think he can play it with a high cue ball and come off left rail over onto this right hand side rail and back out into the middle of the table.
That's perfect. Center of the pocket. Nice recovery.
Yeah, beautifully done.
Yeah, wow, what a game this has been. This game has been a pretty crazy one.
It has. Both players have had the lead and had opportunities to take the lead, and it's been switched back and forth.
I felt like
Time out.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, now's a good time for everybody to hit that thumbs up, subscribe. We got more action coming. This has just been a great ride, and I think I'm going to take a break too. I'll be back in just 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take a bathroom break and get myself a little drink. This is lovely stuff.
So we'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay, welcome back. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, 6-5 up. He's got the break.
All right, players are back. We're back. Well, at least one player's back. Let's check some scores.
Yeah, still waiting for Eklent Kaci.
Oh, Niels Fine pulls ahead 9-6 over John Mora. David Alcady 6-5 over Lucas Picasso Werner. We're 6-5 on our table, and Feder Gorst waiting for the winner. Following his 10-3 victory over Jason Shaw.
Yeah, that is Niels Fine on our screens. Needs just one more.
Yeah, I like watching Niels play. So consistent.
He's not happy with something. Clearly in a tricky position. Maybe it was a push out because that's now John Mora.
Yeah, it's funny how we're calling the action just by seeing their heads pop up.
Yeah, pool players instinct, right? You just know what's going on.
We're just filling in the blanks. It sounds good though. All right, do we have two players? Thought I saw somebody walk up. All right, we're back in action. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz with the break after that hard-fought game.
Looks a good break. Here's another look. Yeah, one ball into the side. Even got the 9-ball moving.
Yeah, so he's made the one, he's made the two, sitting right in front of the three. No easy shot. He can back cut this. Looks like he's going to play safe.
Nicely done. Yeah, Eklund's not got the option of tying balls up here. We've seen Ruiz do that 2 or 3 times in this match, so he's going to have to go swing at the red 3-ball here.
Yeah, that's a option that is often overlooked and underused, I think. The intentional foul, tying a ball up.
Yeah, same as this situation we've got here. I mean, you can either jump over it if you've enough space, or you got to kick off the left rail. You've got 2 options, haven't you?
That pretty much sums it up. Flip a coin?
Decided to get the shorts to flip a coin. decided to go with the jump cue. It does look very close to the 4-ball.
Oh, and he's got a nice safety out of it. Well done.
Well, they do say it pays to hit, and it certainly paid this time for Eklent. Kaci controlled the cue ball very well, actually.
Yeah, wasn't much movement on the cue ball at all. Nicely controlled. Francisco, oh, is he going with a jump? Thought he was kicking. Yeah, if he kicks at this, he does have a decent chance of getting safe if he sends this cue ball down this way, cue ball up table. He's got some balls to hide behind. Does have a decent chance of leaving a safe or at least a tough shot.
Yeah, he'd love to hit the top side of the red 3 coming into it off this rail, wouldn't he? Just like that, actually. The rest is out of his equation, but he's made a good hit.
I thought he might get a little nudge off the 4 and pocket the 3. Almost.
Yeah, I think he's okay though, Kevin. I think he's. I don't think he can get through to the pot.
No, I don't think he has that option. I mean, he can see the 3, but not enough to pocket the ball. So, yeah, it didn't end up too bad for Francisco.
You know, if obviously he can't pot the ball, I'm sure he would have got down and tried to. So let's just say he can hit full ball. That means full in the face. This is super difficult. I don't really know what he can do. Maybe just sort of bank it just onto that right rail a little bit. But then you're just trusting on the table a bit because you can't hit it too hard. Unless he just goes full-blooded with loads of topspin. Kind of arcs the cue ball to stay near the bottom short rail and then just hopefully get the red 3 up table somewhere.
And the force follow the cue ball back into the rail, those are always fun to watch. Fun to execute, too.
That's what he's played.
That's exactly what he's
really,
done.
Yeah, really good shot, that. And he knew the 3 was going to crash into the pink 4, but that's all he could really do, wasn't it?
Yeah, he didn't do too bad there. I mean, he's left cue ball near the rail, left distance with the 3. The 3 is not like over a pocket, so he didn't do too badly there.
Yeah, I like it. I was a fan of that option.
So what do you like here? Just bank the 3 back down the middle of the table?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm just looking where the cue ball is. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good option, doesn't it? It looks obvious, actually. You know, if you look where the orange is and the brown 7 and the 9, I mean, as long as that cue ball's near that left corner pocket, I don't see how you don't get a hook.
Is it a little too straight to get the cue ball over that far?
I don't think it is. I think he can only be worried about maybe banking the 3 and the 3 hitting the 8 off the top rail. That's the only thing I can think of. That looks to be sitting perfect to just bank it back up. He's definitely spotted something else. It looks like he's just banking it onto the left rail. Or is he banking it round hard? Yeah. It's okay, good shot.
Yeah, if that 3-ball bounces off that rail just another inch or two, Eklent would be pretty tempted to slice it in, but as close to the rail as it is, he might not be so tempted. So if we're not slicing this 3 in, what are we doing? Banking the 3, back 2 rails back up behind the 5-7, or maybe trying to get the cue ball over behind the 4? What are we doing, Karl?
Yeah, banking it up past that 5 ball is an option. He's just going to be scared about the cue ball, though. Like the cue ball bouncing back out. He might play it with spin to hold it into this area. Oh, he's double hit it. He's not scratched, has he? He's not scratched, has he?
Wow.
How did that stay over the pocket there? It looked like it was going to fall.
Pure willpower.
I think he played it with right. Just look, yeah, you see the right spin? That's because after hitting the red 3, he was trying to get the cue ball to bounce off the rail over to the left a little bit for the 7 and the 9. It's been a crazy match, this. It's had a bit of everything.
It's had some great shots, some lucky shots, some incredible kicks and save. It's had everything. It's had heartbreak. Looks like, what is he looking at? Banking the 3 straight up and down, send the cue ball into the 7?
Yeah, he might pot the 7 as well. Uh-oh.
Was he intending to pocket the 7, or was he playing the 3 ball safe?
I think he was playing the 3 ball safe and hoping to skim off the 7. So the 7 kind of nearly pots but doesn't.
And then the cue ball glances off the 7 and goes up exactly where it is right now.
Yeah, I believe that was the intention. Story of the match is this is going to end up safe.
Safe-ish? Not really. I think he can cut this in.
That's very thin.
He also has the bank option.
Yeah, banking it into the pocket where the cue ball is. You'd have to control the cue ball. That'd be going up top and kind of back down. I think he's going for the cut though. Well, I'll tell you what, Kevin, this has been wild, this match. It really has. Everything's happened.
This is one crazy match. Francisco, ball in hand, good chance to take a 2-game lead.
Yeah, we're approaching the 2-hour mark here when this match started. It didn't start dead on 4. It started a little after. That just shows you what a struggle this has been for both players. Only played 11 racks.
Don't get straight. No. 8-ball's close to the pocket, so he can manufacture something no matter what. Unless the cue ball's on the rail, of course. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, 2-game lead, 7-5. It will be Eklent's break.
It must be a Spanish thing because David Alcaide is the only other table left in action, and they've played the exact same amount of racks as the one we're watching. That match is tied at 6 apiece. Put the Spanish players on the clock.
All right, Federgorst waiting for the winner of this match. David Alcaide, Lucas Fracasso-Werner tied 6-all. Niels Fine defeating John Mora 10-7. So Niels will be playing the winner of David Alcaide and Lucas Fracasso-Werner. Okay, here we go. Eklent, Kaci with the break. Older brother of Cledio Kaci, who's kind of new on the pool scene. My understanding is he's a top-notch snooker player.
Yeah, I think he's pretty handy at the snooker. He was a strong amateur snooker player. Decided to get the pool cues out and give pool a go. Maybe travelling around the world with his older brother is a little more appealing. Can't blame him.
Maybe he thought pool looked a little more fun. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say a little quicker. Usually it is. Don't be fooled by the pace of this match. The balls have been tricky though, haven't they, Kevin? You know, there's been a lot of, coming out of kicks and jump shots where they've been landing safe and getting away with it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tricky play going on here.
I'm convinced this ball pots in the corner.
Like this shot right here. A little bit of a tricky spot here.
Yeah, I think it pots though past the 8-ball.
Yeah, I think it does have enough of a pocket to squeak by.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he can now play this in the corner, draw back a little bit. He needs an angle on the red 3-ball. And then he's going to need a little bit of an angle on the pink 4 because he's got to pump the cue ball out for the orange 5.
He doesn't have too much angle on this 2 to just draw back, does he? I mean, he's got a little bit of angle, but he can draw back, right?
Yeah, but I believe he can.
So he's considering shooting this in the side. Maybe he does have more angle than it looks like to shoot to the corner.
I know one thing, he's given it a good look, hasn't he?
He tried to cheat it, tried to spin it to hold the cue ball. Did not work out.
No, it's been a struggle. That's all it's been. Both players are not on their A game, and it kind of just snowball effects, doesn't it? It's one of them matches where you kind of feel like you're just going to fall over the line.
All right, nice chance for Eklent to get a game back. But the way this match has been going, anything could happen.
Yeah, he may scratch here. Gotta be careful.
Oh, you said he might scratch. You said he might scratch.
He tried. He tried for me, didn't he? He's got a lot of work to do here still, though. He's got a bit of an angle, but he can't come too far out because of the 9. So he's not going to have a massive angle on the pink 4. Anyway, let's see where he ends up here with the cue ball.
Unless he comes all the way out to the middle of the table.
Well, there's no real angle at all. It's very minuscule.
And he's going to be forced to take his medicine, have a cut shot on the 5.
Yeah, amateurs watching, don't try and go crazy with the cue ball here. Just basically do what Kevin has just said. Just stop the cue ball there, make sure you pot the 4 and back yourself to knock that thin orange 5 ball up the railing.
Yeah, player of Eklent's caliber, he can cut that 5 in, no problem. He doesn't have to do anything crazy with the cue ball here.
That's the problem. When you're trying to force an angle that's not really there to get a little easier on your next ball, it's amazing how many times you miss the ball.
Yeah, he was really just trying to punch that ball off the rail, trying to force an angle. So yeah, sometimes you just got to take your medicine, shoot the stop shot, cut the 5 in. This 4 goes to the corner without scratching on the side, right? Can he just like shoot it soft? Can he avoid the scratch? Or draw out of the scratch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've just got the one camera angle, but I think it does look like it's the case. But I think because the players are struggling, they're just almost like trying to find everything that can go wrong, and sometimes you start looking at things that are going to go wrong that are not even possible to happen. Has he overdone it? What a crazy, crazy match this has been from these two. We're used to seeing them play so well, and to see them both really struggle is quite rare.
That is, and Francisco, his last 2 turns at the table, he missed a 2 ball and now he's missed a 4. Both of those are shots that Francisco would normally make, so that's really got to be affecting his confidence right now.
Six ball goes past the 8, so that's okay.
So chat wants to know what size pockets we're playing on. I don't know if they're 4 1/4 or 4 1/2. They're no tighter than 4 1/4. But I don't have that info.
Yeah, just looking at them on our screens, they look fairly generous to me.
I mean, they're probably 4 1/2, but can't say for sure. All right, Eklent Kaci is going to steal that one back. Says, thank you very much, Francisco. I will gladly accept.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight till the end, this one.
So yeah, I am. I'm sticking with my prediction of Hill.
Yeah, the other table looks like it might head the same way, and it's following a similar path. Other than we've been playing for 2 hours 5 minutes here, the other table is 1 hour 59. But it's Werner who's took the lead 7-6 over Al-Qaedi.
Neil's fine waiting for the winner of that match. And Feder Gorst waiting for the winner of our match. Alright, so I don't know if you guys heard, but when these matches are done, there's going to be a 20-minute break before starting the semifinal matches. So just enough time to go get your beverages and your snacks and to refresh and to get ready to settle in. So we will have one of the semifinal matches, and the other semifinal match will be on the WNT table.
No shot on the red 3, but it looks as if he can play off the left edge thin and get some distance. Maybe get the hook behind the 9. The 7's there to help as well.
Oh, and speaking of semifinal matches, I see WNT, they have claimed which match they're going to stream. They're going to stream the Niels Feijen versus David Alcady Lucas Fracasso Werner match. So on our table, we're going to have Fedor Gorst versus the winner of this match.
Yeah, this is the shot I thought he would play. He's going to leave a piece of the 3.
Yeah, he's let him see a piece of it, but there's nothing you can do that's really easy here. Guess you could.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Kevin. I was thinking, what can he do here? This is nasty. Nasty little shot.
I mean, thin off the right side and try to use the 6, 7, and 9 all as blockers.
Yeah, and just try and get distance.
Of course, you risk leaving the 3 right in front of that corner pocket if you do that.
Can he bank it into the bottom left?
Well, I'm terrible at bank shots. I don't know if this 3 being frozen or almost frozen to the rail makes that too difficult or not. I'm not sure.
I'm just thinking, if he can sort of have an effort at that, he's still got a chance of getting the hook just because of where the orange 5 ball is. Anyway, we're going to find out in a moment what the plan is.
Is he going to get up behind this 5? He is. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well done.
Has he got the jump cue? Yeah, he's going over the ball.
So he's got the jump cue. What is he trying to do? Is he going to try to put this 3 in that top left? Is he going to shoot the 3 towards the 4? Banking the 3 towards this bottom right, hoping to get some cover with all these balls?
Yeah, he's going to have a go at potting, I believe, into the top left pocket.
That's nice. Oh, no good. Hit the 5 ball.
Wow. I mean, I suppose we can't say we're surprised, just the way this match has gone, the standard. Didn't even jump over the ball.
All right. Ball in hand for Eklent. Wide open rack. If he gets good on this 5, then that should be pretty smooth sailing from there. And this match has all the makings of a hill match.
Yeah, even like this situation, it looks easy, but just kind of like second guessing himself a little bit. Don't land on the 9.
Nearly.
Tried.
I think he could have held it, but I think he just wanted to let his stroke out a little.
Looks like he's going in the corner.
That's nice.
Well, he's just one ball away from tying this match up. We're going to go 7-7.
And whose breaks? I think it's Francisco's break. Who broke that? I've already forgotten.
Yeah, you've put me on the spot there. Who broke them? I forgot myself. Eklent to break. There we go.
I knew it. I knew it was Eklent to break. I was just testing you.
And the other table is still at the same score. Lucas against David Alcade, 7-6 to Lucas for Crasso Werner. Be a big win for young Lucas, that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, he's a good player from the New England area, Northeast Connecticut, I think. So it'd be nice for him to get some big wins under his belt.
Yeah, we need some younger players from America who are going to really start making an effort to get in that Moscone Cup team. Maybe Lucas is going to be one of them.
All right, here we go. Eklent with the break. We're all tied up 7 apiece. It's a race to 3 from here.
Yeah, this just feels like it's just getting to the juicy part of this match now. We love it when it goes close like this. Anybody hurt? Looks a messy rack.
Yeah, 1 in the side. 2 ball coming around. 3 ball is tied up with the 9. Although possible 3-6 billiard to loosen up that 3 when it comes time. So what do you like for a safety here, Karl? Are you playing safe? Or are you going for this bank? What do you like for a safe?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the bank. I think, can he bank it over past the middle and spin the cue ball in behind the pink 4? Or maybe not spin it, but get the cue ball over behind the pink 4. If he is going to go for the bank, I presume he's going to play the carom off the 3 to pot the green 6. But that 6 ball, if you look at it, it looks deep in that pocket.
Yeah, you could end up with your cue ball either in the jaws or in the drink.
In the drink. I love that one. I think he's going for the bank, Is he sizing up for it?
Yeah, it looked like he was winding up. Is he going for the breakout?
Does this ball go?
Well, if it goes, he's landed perfect. He was just lining up the 9 for a second there. Looks like he's playing safe. He's just teasing. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't go. Is he chasing?
It really looks like he's wanting to play this billiard on the 9, doesn't it? That looks like he's playing the 9.
Okay, we've got a bit of action here. It's
He
close,
is
you know.
playing the
So's the
9.
cue ball.
Wow.
Wow.
Shot. And look at that cue
What a
ball.
replay. Amazing. He really went for it there, didn't he? I think, you know, after a couple hours of the match, he knows everyone's struggling, his opponent's struggling, he's been struggling. I think he just thought, come on, one good shot here, get in front.
That started with that nice bank shot on that 2. Come around 3 rails, landed perfect on that 3 for the 3-9 billiard. That may not have been what he was planning, the 3-9 billiard from the beginning, but it landed perfect. He just had to go for it. Here we go. FSR with the break.
The break's improved, hasn't it, Kevin? You know, since we've had the table remarked and we've tried every magic rack in the venue, players have been making balls. And look at the split here. Looks like he's got to play a pretty decent positional shot to get on the red 3.
Yeah, this is a nice break. Everything's spread out nicely. Yeah, this 2 to the 3 is key. He has a good look at the 2. If he gets good on this 3, that should be the key to this rack.
Wow, he's played for the combo. He's a braver man than me, I can tell you.
You and me both. I'm terrible at combinations.
I'm the same. Absolutely shocking. Some of the combos I've missed over the years is beggars belief. And he joins the same bracket as me and you, Kevin. I have to believe that was a wrong shot selection. Listen, FSR has been one of the strongest players in the last 3 years, but for me, he had to try and draw the cue ball back behind it, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had the perfect angle on the 2 to draw past the 3 for the 3 in either that left side or the upper left corner. And is it just me, or does it feel like FSR shot that pretty fast?
Yeah, I think he did. I think, you know, because he didn't land straight on it, I think it was a little bit of frustration.
I think that might be it. That's a nice
I'll tell you
stroke.
what, you know, we were talking about this yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, I can't remember now, Kevin. We were talking about taking the ball by the horns, going for your shots, and that's what Eklent Kaci did to go 8-7 up, and now he's got a chance to get on the hill. So it just shows you, you know, if you go for your shots a little bit more, just look what can happen.
Good things can happen.
Yeah, because it wasn't just the carom, it was the bank shot he played at the start of the rack as well.
Yeah, that was definitely one for the highlight reels. Which reminds me, I gotta start making highlight reels. I'll start with that rack.
Yeah, that's more work for you, buddy.
That's why I get paid the
You
big
love it,
bucks.
though. Yeah, you love it though. You do a fantastic job, I must say.
Oh, well, thank you. And this is perfect. Nice angle on the 8 to come down for the 9. This to put Eklent on the hill. on the hill and breaking.
Yeah, and he's been crunching the break.
Eklent Kaci to the hill with the break. 9-7. If you guys are enjoying this match, do us a favor, hit that thumbs up, and if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button too. We got more action from the Super Billiards Expo coming your way. We're going to have Federgorst versus the winner of this match coming up next. Make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be a good match.
Yeah, well said. I've been multitasking again, Kevin. I've been in the chat. I've been having a little chat with the railbirds, as you call them, and some of them don't believe it's me chatting away in there. I don't know why. I mean, who else is it going to be?
Yeah, who would want to pretend they're Karl Boyce?
Exactly. I'm the last guy you need to pretend to be.
Sherry laughing in the background. She thought that was pretty funny.
I thought you had somebody laughing. I didn't know it was a venue or your house or what. I was like, where did that come from? Oh, hilarious. Nineball action.
Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
That got everyone excited. Got me excited.
What's he been left with, though?
Look at this 9 go rocketing to the corner. Oh.
Is Sherry eating a bag of chips in the background and all? I can hear something like that going on.
I told you at the start of the match I was going to get my big bag of chips here to do commentary.
You've been saving them, haven't you, until the very end of this match?
Gonna ruffle my bag of chips here right next to the microphone. Just chomp away right in the microphone. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
What's he going to play here, then? Could knock the blue 2 down towards the 8, use the green and the pink 4 to get the hook. Does pot in the left middle as well.
He wants to shoot it in the side or middle. I'll say side. You say middle. That way everyone's mad.
Is he going? Is he going for it? He's not, is he?
I think he is. I think he's going. He is.
He is going. Has he got it? Oh, wow. Has he left it, Kevin?
I think he might. I think he might have. I think he might have left it.
You can definitely tell FSR has been struggling with his cue action in this match. He's been second guessing himself, he's been undecided on shots, but he is still in this match. It's only 9-7. He's come with a good one there.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. Good angle on the 3.
Prime location now. He looks like he should get one back. We're not going to chalk it down just yet, though.
Nope, I'm not giving him these balls. I'm going to make him shoot them. And this is exactly what Francisco needs. Just some nice, easy shots. Loosen the arm back up again. Regain your confidence. And he will have the break. He's landing a little straight. He's going to have to draw to the rail and back out. Ooh, got a hold of that one.
We go, action, 9-8.
Yeah. Gets back to within one, and he has the break. So this match has not been short on drama.
No, it's had a little bit of everything, hasn't it? And it kind of looks like table 3. The only other table left. Well, Lucas, he's 8-6 up now over David Arcady.
Neil's fine waiting for the winner. And that match will be on the WNT feature table. And up here at the top of the bracket, Feder Gorst waiting for the winner of this match. And that'll be right here on our table.
Okay, it's Ruiz to break. And he's trying to tie it up so we all get to see a one-rack shootout.
I think it's time for a golden break. We haven't seen one yet. If you've been holding out, now's the time, Francisco, to release it. Oh, nearly.
Okay, Kaci will be happy.
Got good action on that 9-ball, but no shot at the 2.
Where does he go?
Yeah, where do you push out to?
Tricky.
I mean, do you push to a kick and try to kick safe? You push near that upper left corner? And that upper left corner is just begging to get you locked up.
Is he moving the 4? He's moving the 4 a bit, isn't he? Okay, well, I think there's a cross bank on.
Yeah, you can see a piece of this too. Maybe enough to bank it. We know
Do you
Eklent's
think
not.
he was... Go ahead, sorry, Kevin.
We know Eklent's not going to make a hasty decision.
I was going to say, do you think Francisco was trying to roll the pink 4 onto the rail after the middle and he just underhit it, or do you think that was the intention?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the 4 ball that he was really trying to control, or if it was the cue ball with the relative position to the 2 ball that he was most concerned about.
Nice.
That's a good shot. And he's got him hooked. That's a good shot. Nicely done. And he's cut off the kick to that left side rail.
David Alcady has clawed a rack back. It's now 8-7 to Lucas. He's in a spot here, isn't he? Is he trying to come off this rail, play a bit of a kick shot where he tries and keeps the cue ball over on this side of the table? He's going to leave a pot here. He's going to leave a shot.
He's not going to be happy with that. That might be Francisco's last turn at the table.
2 hours 35 minutes we've been playing, and it's Eklent Kaci who was going to have the first opportunity to win the match.
Yeah, nothing is sitting difficult here. This opening shot on the 2 ball is the most difficult shot. But, you know, when you're on the hill, funny things happen.
Absolutely, and you know, it always looks easier on the screens, doesn't it? We've never missed a ball from the chair, but from behind there's a bit of distance. He's just got to kill the cue ball. Nice. Now when he pots this ball, he's got to make sure he doesn't draw the cue ball back a little bit, because if he does that, he's going to land on the wrong side of the orange 5. He needs to land on the top side of it to get back down table for the green 6.
Or if you do decide to put some draw in this, be intentional about it and leave yourself enough angle on the 5 to come around the table. But yeah, angle on this 5 is critical. Don't be lackadaisical here. That's perfect. Ooh, wait, hold on. All right, he can work with this.
Yeah, I think he's okay. I know what you mean. It seemed to just keep going, didn't it?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be perfect, and then it kept going. This is still pretty good, though. I like his chances. Really, just any angle on the 6 will do. Just don't end up straight in on the rail. You should be good.
Yeah, just this little bounce will be nice.
So you're going to try to roll this in soft. You're going to shoot this a lot of right spin, go to the side rail. How are you shooting this, Karl?
Probably soft, just float up the table. It's a steeper angle than you think when you first look at this. There's a bit of angle to work with. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes those angles, they do fool me a bit on camera.
Yeah, and on a table like this where it's very reactive off the rail, it's very bouncy, it can be a little bit scary. One decent shot here.
Yeah.
Wow. Be careful.
Right? That'd be a heck of a way to lose a match.
On. I mean, listen, you know, if that had hit a ball then, I mean, we literally would have seen everything in this match.
At that point, the only thing we hadn't seen would be like a bird landing on the table or something.
He's got to get into this ball, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's landed in that little bit of an awkward spot.
Yeah, I like that. He couldn't get straight on the 9, but after re-evaluating the angle, he just thought, just get the cue ball anywhere near the middle and just leave yourself a cut on the 9.
This 9 to advance into the final 4, where he will face Federgorst. And there we have it. Eklent Kaci defeats and eliminates Francisco Sanchez Ruiz at the 2025 Super Billiards Expo, the Diamond Open Professional Players Championship. Congratulations to Francisco. Played a great tournament with was this an 5th through 8th place finish? That's pretty good out of a 128 player field. I know he wanted to continue, but that's still pretty impressive. Karl, thank you for joining us, and we're going to have about a 20-minute break, and then we're going to have the semifinal match, Federgorst versus Eklent Kaci. Make sure you guys are subscribed. You don't want to miss it. I'm Kevin Ross, along with Karl Boyce. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you then.
See you soon.